Hi, welcome. If you're listening to this, it means that we might already be energetically connected and that this was meant to find you, or it probably also means that you just found this and are wondering, what is this? What is this radio? What is this concept? What is this brand? What are these people doing?
Right. What are the vibes?
Exactly.
All right. Well, first, Saturn Says is an idea that we're seeing through to fruition. We are Mo and Shantanice, partners in many things, and two people experiencing their respective Saturn returns. We love each other a lot, and we've poured a lot of this love into this manifestation that you're hearing.
Yup. Saturn Says is a decision that we have made to create something that supports us in enjoying our lives to the fullest because we deserve it. We're calling this endeavor a channeling brand because it's a space where we will share items aligned with the vibrations of abundance, love, personal growth, all that stuff you're trying to get into, and that we are also trying to embody and transmit as individuals. We design our items with the intentions in mind that they will be offerings for you to enjoy and be super fly and cute with. And of course, all of our designs are made for people of all genders and expressions and sexinesses.
Yeah, and lastly, this brand has been intentionally launched, linked to an internet radio channel, and that's for many reasons. For this, that will unfold over time. We're going to see original music, manifestation, meditation tracks, and other fun and celestial segments. But for now, the Saturn Says Radio is where you can experience the accompanying channelings and messages to the clothing that invite you into our creative spellcasting process. So how do we come up with these ideas? Where do we pull them from? Saturn Says Radio will be where you can learn about all of these things.
Come on, celestial segments.
Hey.
Wow, I love that. So for today, we are just going to interview each other, tell you a little bit more about these intentions, and really just get this whole fucking party started. So first, let's introduce ourselves. I'm going to invite Faye to go first.
All right. I'm Shantanice. My pronouns are they, them, he, him, and here for the food. All right. I'm a trans-masculine Aries sun, born and raised in Harlem, New York. Let's be clear, Harlem is its own thing. I've lived and worked in Texas and in Brooklyn, where I met Mo Baby. And, yeah.
Okay, I'm Mo. I use the pronouns she and they. I'm an Aquarius sun in aqua season, so I'm in my prime. I was born in La Paz, Bolivia, and grew up in Maryland, once brought to the U.S., and then had the pleasure and glory of spending all of my 20s in Brooklyn, New York, where I met Shani. So, first question, what does Saturn Says mean to you, Shani, Shantanice?
So, Saturn Says, for me, is one version of what we call the spirit of our relationship. It's the combination of all the parts of life that we love and that we value when we're being our most free selves. And for me, the Saturn return has been a time where I'm really being challenged to change my thoughts and my mindset around what it means to be stable and what it means to be disciplined, which I've had an aversion to. We can talk about that. And that's also meant that I've had to excavate the nooks and crannies of my childhood to figure out where these things came from and where they're rooted. A lot of the creative work that I produce for Saturn Says is a result of that ongoing process that I give folks access to through this art.
Love that. Agree with it. Relatable content. For me, Saturn Says is a way that I'm able to do that which I never before envisioned for myself, because I never thought that it was within the realm of possibilities / that realm of possibilities that had been taught to me for me. but not chosen by me. Right now, I feel like I am at a place where I am both embracing and confronting what can be possible when I give myself the space to create and the space to trust that I actually can attract all that is meant for me, and the space to expand my own imagination of what joy and abundance can be. Yeah.
Chills.
Thank you.
All right, so second question, what are some of the things that actually led us here?
My favorite question.
Yeah, how do we get here? Well, for me...
like the actually part.
Yeah, how do we get here? Yeah, so, well, we met and we fell in love in Brooklyn after I left my PhD program in Texas. We were both working at a toxic-ass job, like #toxic. I acknowledged that I was trans and I wanted to start testosterone. Yay. So yeah, that happened 2 weeks after.
Yay.
And then I went through the process of getting top surgery, which I feel is my first big spell in the Saturn return. And we're gonna talk more about that later. I'm excited to talk more about that. We fled said toxic job, had major, we're out. Had major familial losses. And we moved from Brooklyn to Detroit to do exactly this. And we planned for this moment really for over a year.
Yeah, like literally.
Yeah.
So yes, all of that, really just living through the trials and tribulations of being an adult here on Earth. And the only thing that I will add to your answer of what got us here is that in the midst of all these things, right, we were also together and individually learning about what money manifestation means for us, unlearning what money meant to you previously or us previously. And literally you're going to hear so much about this because it's really what I'm on these days. So for right now, I'll just leave you with the fact that we had to change our relationship. And by change, I mean heal our relationship, and are still very much like in the thick of this actually. And will be for a very long time, but very much still in the thick of healing our relationship of money and doing some reprogramming. It's 555 at this very second. Some mental reprogramming of what that means. So for now, I'll leave you with just the fact that money is energy. It's an energetic vibration, and that if and when you match this energetic vibration, you can attract it. And the goal is actually just to always be provided for. This is what we're attracting. This is what the actual goal is. And I'm talking about being provided for in the broadest sense. And I'm going to just set that down right there. For now, we're going to pick it back up.
Yeah. So what is the Saturn return?
Oh, yes. Okay.
Let's know what the Saturn return is.
Exactly. Perfect segue, because we've said we're in our Saturn returns. We are trying to reach other people who are both either in their Saturn return or have learned and integrated the lessons of this special moment in their lives. So the definition on our website of the Saturn return is as follows. An important astrological transit that occurs every 27 to 30 years for about 2 to 3 years, in which the planet Saturn returns to the sign it was in when you were born. This is the time in which can often be seen as one's initiation and rite of passage into the complexly challenging and rewarding realities of adulthood here on Earth. Some have painted the Saturn return as something to fear because of the way that shit will undoubtedly get real, as you heard moments earlier. We see the Saturn return as an opportunity to return to ourselves in an ever-broadening sense. For me and for us, this means embracing deep personal and collective wounds, shedding limiting beliefs, and committing to a dedicated practice of transmitting the highest vibrations that you can emit and are destined to emit. The Saturn return is a deeply meditative and inescapably personal time between you, your spirit, your guides, and the life that you are living.
Yes. So that's it for now, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Come back for more if you vibe with this or if it resonated with you. Check out SaturnSays.com and get into the launching collections.
Bye.
See you later.
A note for our listeners across time and space. Saturn Says was birthed on January 31st, 2022, charmed by the Aquarius new moon during her respective Saturn returns in Aquarius in the age of Aquarius.